welcome back to Farming Simulator 2015 Gold Edition with me, Jeremy, here on the Sosnovka map. Obviously still on PlayStation 4, and since we last left you, we've had a little bit of some changes on the farm. Obviously we've still got the big tractor there, but we traded in our previous loading wagon, the Pottinger Euroboss 330T, and I've bought the Strautmann Terravites or Vides CFS 5201DO, 50,000 litre capacity for collecting grass. So a couple of things, it certainly makes life go so much quicker than it used to, and it also means that I'm able to really get through this so much quicker. I'm able to sell the straw, collect the grass significantly in a more speedy way, which is really important when we're going. One of the other things that we have done, as when I started there, you could see with my loader, we've got some actual silage ready for selling. Oh, should go around that tree. On second thoughts, let's aim back here because I still have my tipper parked there. So one of the other things that I do have going on is I have just sold the second starting tractor. I want to say it's the Major 80. Just sold that at the shop, and I've also sold the weight that goes with it, simply because I've also sold the two tippers that I had, the FarmTech tippers, and bought the Fliegl one that's just up here, as you can see. Unfortunately I don't have a weight attachment on the back of this, so I can't do what I need to do there, and I'm just collecting up the remainder of my straw to get there. He gets a little bit stuck sometimes. I'm going to have to cut that tree down. I think is my next bit. So we'll just restart that. So as we go here, there's 140,000 litres of silage still available. What I am after is my next tractor. Mainly for yard work and pulling the tipper. The reason I sold the Major, this one, 75 horsepower, really struggled to pull the tipper. So what I'm looking to do is go for this Forterra, the Zeta Forterra 150 HD, $136,000, $120 a day, so not particularly expensive. It's not super big, so as we go back to some of these, the 149 kilowatt, 203 horsepower, the 160 horsepower, 190 horsepower, which obviously is very good. Again, $150,000 for 130 horsepower there. These ones at 105, 114 horsepower. Yes, I could go the Ursus, I guess, is one I could look at, but I haven't actually tried this Zeta here, or the Proxima Power 120, so I just want to have a go with that and see what it's like. So selling 6,400 litres of this, of the silage, will actually allow me to do what I need to do. Give me another 10,000 and get me there. So from here I can buy a weight and get it all set up to go, because I really want to see how that works. So now that we've sold that, we're going to buy the tractor. We're also going to buy ourselves a new weight. I did sell the existing weight. I'm going to go for the 1600 one, so the big one, and we're going to go in and look at the new tractor. So this is the Forterra 150 HD. Nice front attachment on it, some nice modelling there. You've got your back, nice lights, twin beacons. You've got your Zetor Economical engine, whatever a nomical engine is. And if we hop in, lots of controls over to my right. So there's lots of switches and dials to my right. And obviously probably your drink tray and cooler to the left. So we're just going to drive this out. And swing around and attach the front weight. As we can see, the front weight, nice heavy weight on the front. Again, it's probably about the same speed as the Major, but what we do now have is the ability to really push what we're doing. And as we can see, we do have a flashing yellow selling point, which tells us obviously that we have a great demand going on. And if we go back and look, the great demand itself is for barley at the bakery. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to sell it at the bakery once I've collected it all. I do have a fair bit of time before that's ready, and I will have to speed time up fairly soon. It seems that one of my fields, only half of it is grown at the moment. If we come down to field 14, only half of the field is completely grown, so I do need to wait for that to finish before I can finish harvesting my canola. And then what I plan to think about doing is doing a day and selling it, seeing how much if I sell all of my grain for one day, one set. As you can see, half my canola is grown there. I'm waiting for the rest to finish. Is if I plant everything on one field, on all the fields, what the output and the financial impact is. So how much money will I make if I field 15, 20, 14, 19 and 23 are all selling the same item, what that means to me. So as we drive back across, so you can see that the harvester is ready for emptying, may actually be full. Doesn't look like it's moving at the moment with the header up. So yeah, so I've obviously done a little bit of selling. The other thing that I have purchased, which you can't see right now because it's a fair bit away, is I have purchased a new windrower. And the reason for that is that the first one that I had was very small, made my life very, very hard. Now the next thing is this is actually full, so we're going to take this back to the silo itself, because once I now have this going, and this can pull this quite comfortably, what I was finding was the Meteor, or even now it is very light, so it flicks the front end around a bit. Not to the same extent as the Meteor, where that was throwing me all around, so I don't mind this one. This is alright, it's actually still steerable, whereas the Meteor was not. You put any amount of weight in it and all of a sudden it's flying all over the place. It didn't have that problem with just two of the farm techs on there. But what I do have is by having this, I've got the ability to realistically start filling multiple things up. So if we have a look here, we did originally purchase the Kun GA 8521, 17,000, but we have purchased the $75,000 Krone Swadro 2000, 19 meters wide. It means that with the two mower attachments on there, I'm able to really clean that up very quickly, put it all into a rows, nice and neat, nice quick rows, and all of a sudden I'm at the situation of, hey, I'm able to collect a full loading wagger load really quickly. So significantly quicker for that sort of thing, where with the Fliegl it was taking real amounts of time. So with the first one, it's taking real amounts of time just to get them into rows, and then it's like 8 or 9 passes to get it there, where the Krone is 1 pass and I've done 3 passes of the other. 1 pass and I've done 3 passes of the other. So that's where the farm is at the moment. I am going to finish this harvest. What I may do is, once I've finished the harvest, I will come back and I'll show you the results of what we've sold and everything else. Even show you a little bit of my silage selling and production and things like that, to really get us to that point where we are particularly going well. The farm itself is making a lot of money. I think the next thing we may look at doing is getting ourselves the forage harvester once we've got enough money for that. I'm going to try the new one just because I've never had it. Get that going. I may look at cutting down the trees between field 23 and field 25 so that we can get that. The other thing is I might look at buying 6, 12, 16, 21 and 26 and potentially joining all of those together. I think that would be really interesting to do, and just have one super long field to actually harvest from. So I may actually investigate that and spend a bit of time really getting that all set up, because I think that would be a really interesting challenge for me. So what I am going to do is leave the episode there. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, here on PlayStation 4, the Gold Edition on the Sosnovka. I'm just going to get a little bit more farming done. We'll see what we can do. We'll get some prices of those fields, and we'll get it all done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode.